COVID-19 is expected to cost the global economy $12 trillion by the end of next year. There's been over 30 million cases and has taken over 1 million lives. At this point, a vaccine may be the only viable long-term solution. That's a heavy but important burden on the shoulders of the companies involved. And with that immense burden, these companies are pouring millions of dollars into answering one fundamental question: will our vaccine work? At Virosight, we're helping to provide answers to that question. One of the hardest things about designing a vaccine to combat a global pandemic is dealing with the potential of viral evolution during the development process and vaccine lifetime that could render it ineffective. Each time somebody contracts COVID-19, there's a small chance that the virus they pass on to the next person might be slightly different. But when this occurs over millions of cases and extended time periods, these small changes can add up to lasting differences in the virus. Thus, the problem arises when you design a vaccine for the initial case, but by the time the vaccine is ready, or shortly thereafter, the virus may have changed enough that the vaccine is no longer effective. At Virosight, what we're trying to do is predict these viral changes. And if we can predict how the virus will evolve, we can provide vaccine makers with the information to allow them to either determine if their vaccine will remain effective, or to design vaccines that take into account the evolution so that they can provide long-lasting immunity. The software our team has designed is called VPRE, which stands for Viral Predictor for mRNA Evolution. Our software consists of 4 main steps. The first is data mining and evolutionary analysis. Our first step is to find as much genetic information as we can on the virus through various databases that can show patterns about changes. We then perform sophisticated analysis to look at the current evolutionary trajectory to inform our models of how the virus is currently evolving. The next step is training our model on this historical data. First, we convert the genetic information about the virus into lower dimensional representations that computers can understand. And then we construct a model that accurately fits the evolutionary trajectory and genetic changes seen in the data. We can then use this model and apply machine learning and statistical techniques to predict what changes to the virus are most likely to evolve next. And finally, we can look at where the mutations are and what effect they could cause by modeling the 3D structure of the predicted virus and computationally determining if it can bind stronger and be more deadly to our cells. The Virosight business model has 2 separate approaches to commercialization of the VPRE product that all revolve around providing our customers with the essential evolutionary data they need. The first is packaging and licensing our generic software so that customers can use it on their own. This is intended to reach researchers and smaller public health organizations. The second is applying our model through consulting work for larger customers such as vaccine developers and governments to work closely with them and provide tailored analysis for their needs. Finally, Virosight doesn't just end at VPRE. We're planning to expand our tool by utilizing the same software platform we have developed and applying it to other viruses. With the huge problems COVID-19 is causing, the race for a vaccine is intense and heavily funded, with over $10 billion already having been invested by the US into vaccines and therapeutics in 2020, and surely more is to come. Given the unique COVID-19 market, where there are fewer players but they are dealing with huge sums of money, the Virosight plan focuses on working with fewer customers and providing high-value expertise and information that customers are willing to pay for given the importance and profits an effective vaccine will generate. Since Virosight's founding, we have developed our initial prototype, which is available as an online tool at virosight.ca, and have successfully used this tool to predict with 99% similarity a mutant form of the virus that occurred after our initial prediction. We're currently seeking pre-seed investments and have already applied to numerous grants and funding opportunities. By next year, we plan on having our second prototype ready in time for a second funding round, as well as forming initial partnerships and relationships with potential biotech customers, which will facilitate our entry into market. Towards the end of 2021, we plan to be profitable, and by 2022, we will start to expand our operations and model to more viruses. Our team consists of over 20 people with the skills and expertise in the area that will allow Virosight to drive our business forward, such as microbiology, virology, computer science, machine learning, and computational modeling. We hope you'll consider investing in our team and allowing vaccine companies to answer their most important question.